sharing. Okay, so okay, so we connect. Okay, so you can see here firewall rules. Rules this. Okay, so this is the firewall rules information. Okay, so we have this firewall which allows this particular say protocols ICMP 22 and 3389. Okay, so now I'm going to create a VM instance. Okay, we'll do a little bit of explanation on this also. Okay, okay, so this one already actually we have already done once. Okay, G Cloud Compute instance create. Okay, name of the VM instance. Okay, in which zone? Okay, minus machine type. That is what machine type you want. F1 micro. F1 micro is I think the smallest one, and subnet. Okay, this is my subnet, and machine this image family. Okay, Debian 10 bullseye. Okay, and project image project. Okay, Debian Cloud. Okay, actually no need to specify image project, but you can specify minus boot disk. I want it 10 GB, and boot disk type to be PD standard, and boot disk device name. Okay, to be this name to be given as the for the boot disk device. Okay, fine. So I'm going to create the instance. Okay. Let me compute engine. See, it already created. Okay. Now I need to check whether I can SSH. If I can SSH, then my firewall rule is working. Okay. Otherwise, I cannot. Firewall rule is like not working. Okay. So let's see. It's still in starting. Oh, it's showing running, but here is still starting.
You can refresh the page, right?
No, I don't want to refresh the page. No need to refresh, it should come. See, already running. Okay.
So,
now I should be able to SSH. Okay, let's see. Most probably it is working. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so I'm already inside it. Okay, so yeah, okay, there is nothing. This is the home. Okay, so so what we did, we created our own VPC. Okay, we created subnet into it. We created a firewall. If we didn't create a firewall, we wouldn't have been allowed to SSH. Okay, so if you want to check, we can check that. Where did my it was in a new window, right? Where was my SSH? This one, right? So let me try to say remove the firewall. Okay, because all these things you need to test. Okay, firewall. Okay, so I'll delete the firewall. Okay, so once you delete, you should not be allowed to SSH. Okay, so I think it's already deleted. So let me go to my compute instance. Okay, so I'll not be allowed to SSH. Okay, let's see. Okay, can you tell me whether I'll be allowed to SSH or not? Binayak and Shiva, will I be allowed to SSH or see it's
Yeah.
enabled? Yes or no?
No, it won't allow us. It won't allow us.
Yes.
We remove the file because
Yeah,
there
yeah.
we mentioned the.
Yeah, firewall is removed. It should not be allowed. See,
Firewall
but
address.
you got the
Yeah.
information here. Okay, so it will not be allowed. See, it's saying establishing SSH server. Okay, but I don't think it will work because there is no firewall rule. Okay. And one thing you remember, okay, see, it will say establishing, but you will not be able to establish. Okay, so I'm removing it. Now that day when we did a small information,
practice.
and not practice firewall rules. Okay, that day we said we saw it on. Okay, but later it was off. Okay, actually,
right.
Yes, but actually it's not that. Okay, that day actually when we create a VM. Okay, let's show you. Let me show you an example. When I create a VM instance, okay. Okay, if I go here and see this HTTP traffic allowed and this one, okay. Actually, where is this coming from? You know, this is actually put into your say. This is actually from your firewall rule. Okay, you see, add tags and firewall rules to allow a specific traffic from the internet. Fine. So this is actually when we say here, okay, and when you go to the EC2 instance, we'll see that it is created. Okay, the HTTP is on and HTTPS is on. Okay, but in fact, it is based upon the firewall. Okay, if you don't have firewall, you cannot use it. Okay, HTTP. Where did HTTP go? Here, see, it's coming as off. Okay, we selected it, right? But it's coming off because there is no firewall rule. Okay, got it? Okay, so firewall rule is necessary. So that day we should first create the firewall rule. So VPC, subnet, firewall, then your VM instance. Okay, let me first remove these VM instances, then I will talk something about delete. Yes, now what was I going to say here? Okay, let's talk about some information on storage from exam point of view. Okay. Okay, so let me do it quickly. Okay, actually you should know this from the exam point of view. Okay, they will ask which is your NoSQL storage. See, they are cloud, say Google Cloud managed storage and database portfolio. They may say is storage only. Okay, they may not say database, and they will ask, okay, which is the storage, okay, which falls under NoSQL. Okay, so Firestore, Google Cloud Big Table, they are NoSQL. Okay, so we have how many types of say cloud storage? This is relational, which is SQL, and Cloud Spanner. Okay, we already have done this within say, and in the exam within relational cloud SQL, how many types of databases are there? How many types? MySQL, PostgreSQL, and three MS SQL. Three. Okay, the three important databases. And Cloud Spanner is say only one. Firestore is this Google's say NoSQL database, and a big this Cloud Big Table, okay, is for data warehouse. Okay, and this today we did cloud storage, which is object storage. So in the exam they will say which is your object storage, and they'll give these options. It will be cloud storage. Be careful. Okay, and they, oh, okay, sorry, I said here data warehouse. Okay, actually cloud big table is like DynamoDB in normal MongoDB, like MongoDB. Now data warehouse is BigQuery. Okay, sorry, I said this one, but it is this one. Okay, so in exam they will say which is the storage used for data warehouse. Okay, that is BigQuery. Be careful. And in memory databases, okay, we have memory store. Okay, in memory store we have two types. Can you tell me? All forgotten, huh? Redis and memcached. Redis and memcached. Okay, memcached is asynchronous, whereas your Redis is synchronous. Okay, Redis can have backup. Memcached cannot have backup in memory. Okay, be very careful. Here, see, storage choice. Cloud storage has 11.9 durability and versioning optional. Okay, if you have versioning, you can restore to the earlier version. Cloud storage. Okay, what you should do? Okay, you should turn on versioning. Okay, disk. Okay, Google Cloud provides what? Snapshots for disk. Okay, and you can schedule your snapshot jobs. This is for durability. Okay, Cloud SQL. Okay, this in Cloud SQL you have your point in time recovery. Okay, you can create snapshots. Okay, and you can run your own SQL backup, database backups. Okay, we have options to, we can do SQL backup from command line. We can connect to the Cloud SQL database and do the command line. One day I will show you how to connect to MySQL Cloud from the Cloud SQL using a VM instance. I'll show that to one day. Spanner, it has automatic replication. Okay, to backup Spanner, you need to run export jobs. Okay, if you don't have export jobs running, and if your Spanner fails, then it is gone. It will automatically say fail over to another one. Okay, because it has automatic replication. But in case like both fail, okay, then Spanner is gone. You have to have export backups. Okay, file restore. Okay, this is automated and you need to run export jobs. Okay, the amount of data and number of reads and writes is important when selecting a data storage device. Okay, so service scales horizontally by adding nodes. Okay, if you say like, okay, you need to scale horizontally. Okay, then that is big table and spanner. Okay, some services scale vertically by making machines larger. Okay, that is Cloud SQL or memory store. You increase the memory for memory store. Okay, you increase the CPU for Cloud SQL also same. You increase the CPU, you increase the memory. Some services scale automatically with no limits. Okay, that is cloud storage. You can go on putting as much data as you want. BigQuery. Okay, you can go on. Okay, putting as much data as you can in the BigQuery, even in Firestore. Okay. See, consistency. Do you remember we had read about two consistencies? What is that? Strong consistency and eventually consistency. Strong consistent databases update all copies of a data within a transaction. Okay, whether you have replica set, whether you don't have replica sets, okay, whatever, okay, or you have shards, all are updated at the same time. Okay, so they are, okay, cloud storage, Cloud SQL, Spanner, and Firestore. These all are strongly consistent databases. Okay, so in exam they can say which are the strongly consistent database. Choose 2 out of 5. Choose 3 out of 5. Okay, eventually consistent databases update one copy of the data and rest asynchronously. Okay, that is normally big table and memory store replicas. Note one thing: when you say replicas for memory store, you can make only of one memory store, which is that Redis. Only Redis can have replicas, not memcached. Okay, exam point of view, memcached and Redis, try to learn the we'll go through that also when we do the review. Okay, try to learn the differences between Memcached and Redis. Okay, to calculate the total cost per GB when choosing a storage device. Okay, big table and spanner would be too expensive for storing smaller amounts of data. Okay, be careful. File storage is less expensive per GB. File store, okay, is less expensive per GB, but you also pay for reads and writes. For file store, that day we did, okay, what happens for each read and write, you pay money. Okay, cloud storage is relatively cheap. Not relatively, it's very cheap. Okay, but you can't run a database store there. You cannot run SQL in the cloud storage. It can only run in the file in the what do you call block storage. BigQuery storage is relatively cheap. Okay, BigQuery, but doesn't provide fast access to records, and you have to pay for running queries. Okay, so these are very important points. Later on, I'll show it to you. Cloud storage and data portfolio. Okay, this we already saw. Okay, relational. You got SQL, Cloud SQL, and Cloud Spanner. Okay, these are used for web. Okay, and see, I told you it scales up to 30 terabyte only. Yeah? And MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server. These servers, these databases are not good for more than 30 terabytes. Okay, actually, it's for a small amount of data which is stored in, which is your web related. Cloud Spanner, okay, for bigger than this, more than 30 terabyte. Okay, and they have fixed tables. You define tables in these. Okay, now file store. Okay, it is what? No SQL database. Okay, like MongoDB. So they are schema-less. You don't have a schema. Okay, you just go on adding documents. Correct? We have seen already this. You add documents. Okay. Now cloud storage, good for binary data object. Okay, binary object data. I told you. Okay, images, media, solving, backups. Okay, all these things can be stored in your cloud storage. Normally, cloud storage is you store as it is, no changes. Okay, you can read, you can read, but you cannot write. Be careful. Okay, and it infinitely scales. As much data as you want, you can put in the cloud storage, no problem. Okay, anywhere. But these, they have limitations. Okay, BigQuery. Okay, for enterprise data, is BigQuery is data warehouse. Forget about anything. If data warehouse comes, directly select BigQuery. That's all. Okay, now in memory, okay, they will say which is good. Okay, and they will say you want to increase the performance of your database, cloud SQL database. Okay, people are complaining about, say, slow performance. Then what do? Put in memory store in front of the SQL database, cloud SQL. Okay, so this is and this is normally used for storing the session information normally. Okay, see, when a game is going on, online game. Okay, you want to keep the state of the gamers. Okay, first, second, third, fourth. Okay, every time you go to the SQL database and you take it, what is it? It's time consuming because you need quick response while doing online gaming. So at that time, put in memory store in front of your SQL database. So exam, the questions will be like this. You want to improve the performance of your SQL database. What do you need to do? Okay, put memory store in front of the database. That's all. Okay. Okay. Storage and database decision chart. Okay. This is actually I'll send it to you all. Okay. And you all can follow. Okay. You need to know whether your data is structured or not. Okay. If it is not structured, okay, do you need a shared file system? Okay. Or if it is yes, okay, then is your workload analytics? Okay. If yes, then go to cloud table, cloud big table or BigQuery. If no, then is it relational or not? If relational, go to Cloud Spanner or SQL. If not, then go to file store. Okay. Now it is saying here, is your data structured? You say no. Okay. Then you need shared file system or no? Okay. If you don't need, okay, then put it into the cloud storage. Okay. If you need to share the file system, okay, across, say, VM instances, okay, then use file and file. Okay. File store is database. File store is your
Data.
storage, network file system.
Data.
Okay, NFS.
Okay.
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 I forgot to tell you all this. Okay. You know, when you want to say, suppose you have huge amount of data in your data center. Okay, not in cloud, in your data center, and you want to ship that data to the say Google Cloud. Okay, you know they can send you a rackable device. Rackable device means you can put it in your data center rack. Okay, in data center you go see in Google. Okay, go and read data center racks. Okay, they will show you what it is. Okay, so they will send you a device if you have a lot of data to ship. And what they will do, you put the device on the rack. Okay, this is actually called a transfer appliance. Okay, what you do, you request for the transfer appliance. They will send, Google will send it to you. Okay, sorry. Okay, you after that you put your data into the appliance. Okay, it is sent to you. You put it into the appliance. Okay, encrypt encrypt and copy your data to the appliance. Okay, and then ship it back to the Google. Okay, Google loads the data into your S3 bucket, not S3 bucket, cloud storage. Okay, and then you decrypt the data and you see it. Okay, this is an appliance. Okay, appliance means it is like a hard disk. They will send it to you. Okay, and then what you do after that, you will rack it in your say data center. Okay, and after that you will say you start say if loading your data take too long. Okay, that means if you have huge amount of data, then use this appliance. Okay, suppose you want to send one petabyte of data, you want to send it to Google. Okay, and you use cloud storage. Okay, through the internet, possible? No. Even if you do through this VPN, also not possible. It will take months. Okay, so what they will do, they'll send you the device within a few hours. Okay, your data will be loaded. You send it to the Google. They will download it to your cloud storage. Then you decrypt your data. Fine. Okay. Okay. I had told you that about CIDR block. Okay. Normally CIDR block size can be between /16 and /28. Okay. Now, what do you mean by /16 and /28? Can you tell me?
GB?
Sorry? No.
Is it in GB?
No. Binayak, what does it mean? Okay, let me tell you, Binayak. Actually, the CIDR block, okay, is /0 /1, you can say, to /32. Okay, now /32 is the maximum. Okay, this is actually the IP you can provide, the IP ranges you can, the IP number of IPs you can get. Okay, /28. Okay, 28. Remember, 28. Okay, or 27, anything. But the highest is how much? Remember, 32. How much? 32. Okay. Let me. How do I write something here? I don't have. Okay. Okay. So what I mean to say is you have the number 32, and /28 means 32 minus 8 is how many? 4.
32.
Okay. So correct. 2
14.
raised to, yeah, no. 32 is the highest. 32, 32.
Okay. 30. Okay.
32 minus 28. 32 minus 28 is 4.
4.
Now 4 means you have to take the power of 2. 2 power of 4. Okay.
Okay.
No. 4. Yeah. 2 raised to power 4 is how much? 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16.
32.
To the 32. No. 2 to the 2 to the 4 to the 16.
16.
32.
16.
2 to the 4 to the 8 to 16. So you can get how many IPs? Total 16 IP addresses. Okay.
Okay.
So total 16. If you say you normally, okay, in subnets you use /24. Okay, normally. So /24 means 32 minus 24 is how much? 8. 2 raised to power 8 is 256. Okay, so that is how you count the number of IP addresses. Okay, so if you say /16, okay, that means 32 minus 16 is 16. 2 raised to power 16 is, I think, more than 10 lakhs. Okay, so many IP addresses you can get. Okay, but normally what you use /24 in the exam. Okay, if they will ask you, say /16, how many IP addresses you can get? Okay, /27, how many IP addresses? /29, how many IP addresses? Okay, normally it is saying here already CIDR block should be can be between 16 and 28, not above 28, not below 16, but you can still have below 16. Okay, but what will that do? That will create problem in your network, say working. Okay, because it has to handle a lot of IP addresses. Okay, so /16, actually /16 is used for VPC CIDR block, and after that 17, 18, 19 to 28 we use it for subnets. Okay, the CIDR block must not overlap. Okay, so any two VPCs, okay, should not have the same, say overlapping IP CIDR block in your project. Be careful, not in your, say, organization. Okay, in your project, okay, there should be no overlapping of IP addresses, CIDR block in your VPC. Okay, in your project, you cannot increase or decrease the size of an existing CIDR block. So once you okay, actually this is wrong. Okay, CIDR block you cannot change for VPC. Okay, but normally you can change it for subnet. Okay, Binayak, got it? Hello, Binayak, you there?
Yes,
Yeah, Siva.
yes.
Sorry. Yeah. So you cannot increase or decrease the size of an existing CIDR block for VPC, but even for subnet you can. Actually, the first 4 and last IP address are not allowed for use. Okay. In your say when you create a VM instance, okay, the first actually, sorry, this one is actually from AWS, I think, for AWS first 4 and last IP address cannot be used. Okay, but for your GCP, okay, you can use I think first one you cannot use, first or second, they are reserved. Okay, in AWS 4 and 1, last one. Okay, first 4, last 1. You will never see an EC2 instance having IP address .1, never in AWS. Okay, but in GCP you can see, I can see the .2, .3 like that. AWS, this is AWS, related to AWS. AWS recommends you use CIDR blocks from RFC 1918. What is RFC? Can you tell me? Request for change. Okay, this is international. Okay, so these are the IP addresses range you can use. Okay, same is for Google also. Okay, okay, so I'll stop here today and I'll send the video and I'll send you this document also. Okay, Binayak, okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, see you tomorrow, and not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.